challenge, for this is a challenge. Be careful what you wish for. The priest of punishment.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It's for the NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion. Already in the ring, he is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds. Jeremy Vane.
I don't know how much help Doug Summers is going to be if he's able to
And his
stay out here.
opponent, weighing in at 273 pounds. He is from the heart of darkness, the priest of punishment, Mikael Judas.
A big man, Mikael Judas, and he is from far left field somewhere with this priest of punishment. And I know he wants to inflict some pain here on the NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion. And certainly I know that the fact that Doug Summers is bleeding and has been beaten down and can't stay at ringside is not going to set well with the untouchable Jeremy Vane. This is a title match. Rampage Pro Wrestling's on fire right now, and one of the reasons is this great champion, the NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion. And we've got some great action here as part of the Doctoberfest and as part of Rampage Pro Wrestling.
First time we've had a chance here to see the big man, the priest of punishment, Mikael Judas, former champion. Mikael Judas also spent some time in total non-stop action wrestling for a period of time, now devoting a lot more attention to in-ring competition back as Mikael Judas, a former IWA Puerto Rico champion. In addition to his accomplishments throughout the Southeast and specifically in the state of Georgia, a former NWA Anarchy heavyweight champion. He's literally been all over the world, Ben, and what a tremendous challenge for Jeremy Vane, and not the first time these two men have faced off together in a wrestling ring.
And look at the eyes of Jeremy Vane. He looks at this man. It's almost like he's not wanting to look at him. I mean, he's a great wrestler, a great athlete in the ring, or he wouldn't be the NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion.
Well, you know, we lost
he
one.
wasn't expecting Mikael Judas to be the challenger when he said he'd wrestle anybody.
Not at all. We lost one major giant as a heavyweight champion, Bull Buchanan, who ended up having to leave us because of scheduling conflicts in his personal life. So for a while, I guess Rob Adonis was the sole big man in this company, in a company of combined size talent. But now Mikael Judas, a man 6'8".
But not only a big man, but what lies beyond that makeup? What lies beyond that big man? I mean, you don't know what goes on in his head.
Well, the belt finally released by Jeremy Vane, displayed by senior official Dustin Robinson, and Judas has already grabbed the belt, accepting ownership already of the title. I'd like to think it is that easy, but we know from watching Jeremy Vane that he's one of the slippier champions. It's tough to get those shoulders down.
He's an outstanding athlete, and as you said, Rob Adonis wanted that title, but it ended up in Jeremy Vane's ownership after that big tournament, that gauntlet match. He earned it, and now he's going to have to keep it. You know, getting the title is only half the battle. Keeping it is the hard part.
And this, our main event of this hour of Rampage Pro Wrestling Television, and also part of the tremendous DVD fans that's going to be available very soon for Doctoberfest. And what an amazing card.
And if you miss War Games, you definitely want to get that DVD.
I can tell you right now, fans watching this television show saw a little taste of some of the other stuff that we had at Doctoberfest, but it was only a taste. You're going to want to see each and every one of these Doctoberfest matches to see some of the, the stuff you missed, including the match that preceded this one. You saw Doug Summers in the ring at the very beginning. I assume we saw that here on television. Doug Summers losing to Frankie Valentine in a first blood match.
Tell you what, it was blood is thicker than water, but it's flowing in that match. And don't forget that coming up, we return here live on Sunday, November 6th at 2 p.m. for another outstanding aftermath of Doctoberfest, and no telling what's going to happen that day.
And I'll tell you right now, if you want to catch up on all of the news, several places to do it. Of course, RampageProWrestling.net, the primary source for news, the website updated on a regular basis with news information. Also, the weekly television show posted there. For those of you that aren't in Middle Georgia, don't get a chance to see it on Fox 24 and on Cox Communications Cable. You get a chance to watch it on the internet in two different forms, high quality, low quality, depending on the speed of your computer. Then you're also going to want to get involved with us on Facebook, where we post exclusive videos on a regular basis for the fans.
Absolutely. Be sure to stay on top of all the action. Rampage Pro Wrestling. I know Miss Allie has a Facebook page as well, our lovely ring announcer. She always likes to talk to the fans. She communicates with you through Facebook. Let her know what you think about the matches and what you would like to see at Rampage Pro Wrestling. And now it's the champion, Jeremy Vane. That death stare of Mikael Judas will cut through anybody, and I believe that it's affecting Jeremy Vane. Jeremy Vane almost not want to look him in the eyes.
Well, Jeremy Vane, a master of stalling, a master of delay, but it's not really running away. It's usually looking for opportunity, and right there, the opportunity didn't get realized. Rather, he is held down by the big boot of Mikael Judas, and now Vane, yanked to his feet by the hair, again rolls out of the ring. But now Mikael Judas this time come after him, and Vane on his horse, getting out of the way as quick as he can, goes across the ring and only finds Judas in the middle. Up and over goes Vane.
And when a man that size gives you a backdrop, you go way up before you drop. Slams that head first into the turnbuckle and another, now just going from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, and that exposed turnbuckle is still there, and that's going to possibly knock the man out there. The wire and the cable still exposed.
Well, we just saw in a previous match on the DVD. You haven't had a chance to see that on television. Doug Summers busted open by that corner buckle. Vane managed to escape that reality on him.
We could have a new champion right here in Mikael Judas, the Priest of Punishment. I want to remind the fans, we talked about Facebook. We have a contest gift giveaway. If you like either Johnny G's, Eyesight Associates, or Rampage Pro Wrestling on Facebook by November 20th, you can be entered in a drawing for a 3D TV bundle pack. 10 people from each page will be invited to attend a party at Johnny G's. How about a 3D TV?
Sounds like a great idea. Also, new T-shirts have come out, including one in celebration of Doctoberfest that the fans will be able to get soon also.
What would Mikael Judas look like in 3D?
Big.
And scary.
Multi-dimensional and big.
And now putting the boots here to Jeremy Vane, the untouchable, all of a sudden finding out he's very touchable. He has been touched by a man that certainly is going to continue to do so, and his mission right now in this match is to destroy Jeremy Vane. If he does that, he's going to have that belt that he walked around with earlier.
So far, it's been pretty much, and right there, rams that knee solidly into the side of the head of Jeremy Vane. Right now, Rampage heavyweight champion in a world of hurt over in the corner and in a lot of trouble. That title is very much on the line right now with the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, a man no stranger to titles, in the ring as he drags the champ out to the middle, and this could be it right here, Ben.
Silverson now lateral press that hooks the legs, and I thought he had it. You know, one thing about Jeremy Vane, never count this man out. He can take a lot of punishment as well as dish it out, and right now he is taking an awful lot of punishment.
And you notice conspicuous by his absence as a result of the laceration earlier is Doug Summers. I understand and I've heard he's getting treated by the doctors backstage, requiring several stitches in his forehead, so he's not going to be a factor in this particular match, Ben.
But I know one doctor that's not treating him. Dr. Gayton certainly has no love lost.
TNA's new favorite doctor, Dr.
Yes,
Gayton.
That's what I heard.
He did excellent work on James Storm. In fact, did Doc Gayton at the recent television tapings. James Storm, talk about a bloody mess. He sure as heck was. Going to be seeing that on upcoming episodes of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling Impact Television. Dr. Johnny Gayton, the doctor of record for both of the hours of television that were taped at the Macon Coliseum.
It's great to see all the Rampage fans there as well, as the wrestlers who were in attendance. Holds him up. Great test feat of strength here, and just maintains, it's about 240 pounds he's holding up there.
And you can hear Jeremy Vane literally crying upside down as the blood rushes to his head, and then the impact as he comes down.
That's a whole other version of the Tower of Terror.
First dizzy and then the impact of coming down, but it's not enough. Punts him right there, and Vane rolled all the way over and into the ropes on the side. Jeremy Vane's not really sustained any kind of offense so far, and so far it doesn't look like he's going to get any as he's punted out of the ring by the Priest of Punishment.
Caught him with a boot and went out hard on that arena floor. We talked about that concrete floor before. That padding is not really padding. It's just like a covering for the floor.
Jeremy Vane rolled back in at this point. Vane needs to create some distance, but no, smartly. That's what you talk about. Cagey is Jeremy Vane. Catches him coming in, then slingshots him and catapults him outside the ring. First time that Jeremy Vane's been able to get some offense on the big man, and it was effective.
And now it's Jeremy Vane out on the floor, taking the battle right to him, realizing he's going to have to do something now or never. He's in a very dire situation.
And right now using that metal railing over there, security trying to hold on to it. That metal railing is not totally secure on one side. It's movable, and he's been using that to his advantage. Vane rolls back into the ring, and the count is up to 6. Dustin Robinson now up to 7 as Judas back to his feet, staggering toward the ring, manages to break it at an 8 count.
And now back in the ring, where the match has to be won or lost. Now forearms and choking now by Jeremy Vane. You see the desperation in the man now. He realizes he's got to do something. He's got to up the ante or he's going to lose his title.
Well, we talked at the beginning, and I've said it throughout. Michael Judas may have controlled the match up to this point, but once Jeremy Vane saw an opportunity, he got on it, and now he's going to stay on it, and that's one of the reasons why he was the television champion for such a long period of time, and why he likely is going to be a long-running heavyweight champion, although if contenders like Michael Judas are in front of him, it's going to be harder to hang on to that belt than it might have been the television title.
Absolutely. And now draped over that metal rail.
Back outside, referee up to a 4 count as they go toward the ring. Judas in, breaking the count at 5. Now Vane follows. Vane still not totally 100% himself as he comes back in, but much better off than he was at the early part of this match as he grabs him from behind and just starts raking the eyes and the nose of Michael Judas, taking any advantage he can, does Jeremy Vane.
You know, Jeremy Vane may have a little fan club section here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, but he has some very devious tricks, some very dirty tactics, and he's not a scientific wrestler, so to speak. So certainly he's unleashing everything he has right now, all of his arsenal on this giant man, realizing he's going to have to do something extra to beat this man.
Well, and right here, this is what I was about to say. Judas has to find a way to get to a vertical base, and I guess that the easiest way is just to get up. Now forcing Vane back in the corner. Luckily for Vane, the corner that still had pads on it, but still damage done at that point, as now Michael Judas begins to go, seems to move forward, and Vane manages to cut him off, moving out of the way.
Absolutely. And
Judas down,
here.
and now Vane is grabbing a hold of one of the ankles, and it looks like he may be looking to use that. No, he uses the ring apron on the back of the leg, and there's a solid punch to the side of the head as the referee gets up to 2 on counting. Rolls up. I don't know why he's going for a cover at this point because he's in the ropes.
I think that's just desperation. He's not thinking very clearly. And we talked about that edge of that apron. There's no padding there. That's where the board sticks out. It's a very hard place to have a leg draped over.
Very much so.
It doesn't give either.
Tell you fans, we've been talking about it throughout this DVD and throughout Doctoberfest about the quality of talent that finds its way into Rampage Pro Wrestling. Not only is Rampage Pro Wrestling a final site, a location where major stars want to be and where the big stars of professional wrestling come, but we've become very popular with a lot of the wrestlers in the area who have been coming to the events, watching these, trying to see if they can pick up some of the pointers that'll help them in their career.
Absolutely. We've got everyone's attention. The eyes of Middle Georgia are on Rampage Pro Wrestling, and not just Middle Georgia, because now we're moving up to the McDonough area. People up there talking about Rampage Pro Wrestling. I was in Atlanta recently. People were asking me about that. I mean, people are everywhere realizing, hey, Rampage Pro Wrestling's on the map now. Very much so. A lot of wrestlers think, if only I was in Rampage Pro Wrestling, how much better it would be. You know what? It would be. It would be better for them. Absolutely. But to be here is something you have to earn. You have to show why.
And to stay here, it's something you have to keep earning, and that's one of the things that's the challenge for the athletes at Rampage Pro Wrestling. You are literally graded not on what you did yesterday, but what you do match to match, show to show, event to event. This is a highly competitive environment. Mikael Judas showing that right there. No matter what Jeremy Vane throws at him, now he's grabbed him. It looks like he might be going for a choke slam here, but no, Vane able to throw him away, but only to turn around, and then again, Judas has got him up and down. Look at the elevation on that, but Judas taken off his feet in the process.
Now, that's not a man I would want angry at me.
Both men down, but Judas in better shape at this point as he crawls over Vane. Tremendous elevation. What impact there, and this could be it, Ben. New champion, right? No.
Almost had him right there. Jeremy Vane has taken an awful lot of punishment from the priest of punishment, Mikael Judas, and now signifying that this is it. This is the grand finale for him. Obviously, he has a plan for the champion, and the champion dwarfing this man.
Solid punch there. Vane down back to his feet. I'm not sure if I'd get up if I were Jeremy Vane. At this point, might be time to get out, but he's wobbly at this point. Relatively in la-la land is Jeremy Vane. I don't know if he even knows where he is at this point or knows the potential consequences right here.
Fans saying one more time.
Fans enjoying Jeremy Vane getting a little bit of an assault here, but and catches him over in the corner, and that's in that corner that does not have the turnbuckle pad on it, so double damage being done. Now he comes in, paintbrushes him across the side of the face with that big boot, and Vane is all but out in that corner.
And now the priest of punishment, Mikael Judas, climbing the top rope.
Vane staggering out of the corner. If I were him, I think I'd stay where he is, because right now the big man's going to fly.
And what a big clothesline that was. Takes the man over, holds him down. He's
totally collapses him over, but Vane, manages to get that right shoulder off at the last minute, does Jeremy Vane.
Where he got that strength to power out, I don't know. But there's something that drives Jeremy Vane, something inside of him that has made him the champion, not only the TV champion, but now the RPW NWA champion.
Tremendous power in Mikael Judas. You've seen it in that choke slam earlier. He's got another maneuver that he utilized, the El Crucifijo, that we may see in this particular match. But right here, he's got him set up for a pump handle slam. Vane manages to slide over, throws him in, comes off, caught with a big boot in the side of the face. Is Jeremy Vane down and all but out on the floor. And now Mikael Judas is feeling a title coming his way and is signifying it.
Now, he doesn't need a costume for Halloween, right? Would you agree?
And he's grabbed a hold, didn't go for the pin. He wants to, I guess, put this man away for sure at this point. He's got him hooked. Ben, I alluded to it earlier, and it looks like we may see it. The El Crucifijo right here.
He's got him right where he wants him.
Throws him all the way across the ring. Vane is down, and wait a minute. What is Bobby Moore doing coming out here?
No, not. He had the match won. The bell is sounding. Disqualification for outside interference, but he had that man rolling.
Wait, there's Rob Adonis also out, but a little late.
It seems that I remember Charlie Cash telling Jeremy Vane he would lend his services to him if he needed them. I guess he meant it.
Vane is all but out, but still champion. Disqualification victory for Mikael Judas. But Vane hangs on to the title, and now out at ringside is the cash vault. I have no idea. Well, you know what? Now I think about it, there was a moment a while back where the cash vault of Vane said they'd be watching the match. I guess this is what they meant, Ben.
And Rob Adonis, as big as he is now charging that ring. And look at this.
Wait a minute, now the suspects are out. They're in a match. Well, it's next on our show. They're in a match here. Usual suspects with the cash vault against Hot Like Lava. Three-way for the... Wait, there's Hot Like Lava.
All three teams are out for this.
And Jeremy Vane still down and all but out as Bobby Moore ends up in the ring. And I don't know if I'd want to be in the ring right now, Ben.
Bobby Moore does not see what's behind him, obviously. On the floor, pandemonium in the ring. Bobby Moore backs into the priest of punishment.
And on the outside, action continues. No one else has noticed except, well, I guess you, me, and the fans as Bobby Moore big man is brought up, and what an impressive display of strength. And he's gonna fly.
Flew over the top rope into that
Judas.
whole field of wrestlers. And that matchup is on Doctoberfest DVD, the three-way for the NWA RPW Tag Team title. But in this matchup, the winner by disqualification, the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas. That will end our program for Rampage Pro Wrestling, but Doctoberfest continues. In the ring, the Giant, the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas.